Hi guys, Mr. Wilbur at the home studio. As you can tell, it's St. Patrick's Day, which means it's Wednesday, which means it's very late. My camera person had to work late yesterday, and Monday I did not feel well at all. So, sorry about being late, but here we are. All right. We are right here on week 7 for 4th to 5th grade. And this is called the continuous contour line drawing. Now, this is a good way to practice getting your eye to flow around a picture that you're wanting to draw. Your hand and your eye have to work together. That's how you improve your drawing skills. Now, this is something I learned in college. You're going like, whoa, I'm only a 4th grader, man. I get that. But if you learn how to do this somewhat correctly, it's really going to improve your drawing because, like I said, your hand and your eye will work together better. Your hand, eye, and brain will all click. All right, now the key to this is once you put the pen down, and it's always good to do these in pen. Once you put the pen on the paper, don't lift it up. That's the hard part, okay? Now, the subject matter is a minion. So I blew up the picture so you could see it better. If you're at home, this is what you got. Okay? It's the same basic minion. All right, here's the example over here. And it's hard to really tell what I did without me showing you this way. So, here's the way this works. You got to pick a spot to start, and a lot of times you're going to have to add lines. You're also going to have to go over top of lines to get from one area to the other. The important thing is once you put this down, you don't lift it up. I'm going to start right here on this eyeball, okay? So once I put this down, I'm not going to lift it up. So I'm going to start with that small circle in the middle, and then it comes out here into this other circle. Now, I have to make another circle outside of that, so I'm going to have to add a line. So there's his eye. I'm going to have to add another line to come out here to make the inside part of his goggles. I'm going to add another line to make sure I come out here and draw the outside of his goggles. Now, if you watch, I'm going to end up going back over this line because there's a part that's going to connect his goggles to the next part. And it starts with the big outside circle. I have to make a line to come to the next inside circle. A line to make the eyeball circle. The pupil. The pupil. And the reflection. Now, I have to get back out here to start the next part. So what do? I backtrack. Right, making part of his goggles. Comes up. There's a piece of hair. Piece of hair. 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 Little hair. Little hair. Little hair. Over. Down. Then I do the goggles on this side. These can be done really quickly. You don't have to like take hours or anything. But you want, as you're working, your eye is flowing all around. And as your eye flows, you're wanting your hand to follow. And it's not going to look perfect. I just messed that line up. It should have been down a little bit more. But that's okay. Alright, I need to get back out, so I'm going to trace that line again. flow all the way back up here. Come up here. And I can always go back down and around. I can do that. You're allowed. Albert, please stop. Now imagine being in a class and you were given about 4 minutes to draw a full person like this, and they had all these kind of wrinkly clothes on. I had a professor come in dressed as a Civil War reenactor. He had a canteen on, he had a musket, and all kinds of stuff, and we were told you had 5 minutes to draw, just like this, all of it. And I was like, okay. Of course, now, you know, it took us several days. We had to go through days and days and days of practice. But, I mean, that was kind of a scary thing. All right? Notice how I have not lifted my pen. Not at all. And if your hand would happen to get tired, if you just kind of hold it like that, I just messed that up because I moved my hand. But it's okay. There's no, if you got extra lines and stuff like that, it's okay. Let me double, triple check to make sure I have everything. Pants, shoes, weird little arms, teeth. Yep, grew. Looks like I do. So then I can lift it up. Now you see how it doesn't look perfect. This isn't perfect, but I mean, it doesn't look like a normal drawing because you have to add lines, and because you are doing one continuous line, it's not like lines. It gets a little wobbly and it gets a little wobbly. But what it's going to do is it makes your hand follow where your eyes went, your hand goes. Okay? This is going to be tricky, but do your best to not lift your pen. And I promise, if you practice this just on your own, okay, and I do it sometimes, I'll be drawing something, and all of a sudden I'll just switch over and just do this because it helps you get it on paper, and it helps your eye and hand and brain to coordinate and to link up and do what you're supposed to do. So if you just practice this, like find something in Dog Man or whatever graphic novel and just do a cartoon, but don't lift your pen as you're working with it. And always do it in pen, because if you do it in pencil, you're going to be tempted, oh, I messed that up. Or you're going to be sitting there, oh, like this right here where I messed this up, and I messed that line, oh, I get rid of those. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You want to do it with pen, okay? All right. That's week 7. Yes, it's a little difficult. It's a little challenging, but they are fun. So it's week 7 of it's a continuous contour line drawing for 4th and 5th grade for your third 9 weeks, okay? So, I hope you have fun with that, and just for a joke, I guess, what do you call a leprechaun? What's the name of a leprechaun who's sleeping on your porch? His name is Patty O'Furniture.